Mama said I ain't right, got a bad streak a mile long.
Welcome back to Business Balls and Banter, and today we are really lucky to have Si Ferry as our guest.
How you doing, girls? All right?
Good.
Si.
Thanks
Is it
so much for
looking
coming on.
No problem. Anything for yous?
So you've had a wee bit of a journey on you. So obviously Open Goal has went from strength to strength, and it's now like every guy I talk to is like Open
Girls
Goal
as well?
obsessed. Oh yeah, girls as
The
well.
local hero.
I know.
No, but a lot of people hate us as well. So there's a
Do they?
balance that, oh my God.
Yeah, I
Why?
can see that.
Why do they hate you so?
Probably because we're quite opinionated, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I always think people like to see you doing well, but not too well. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So again, you get so much support, which yous have said is amazing. Like
Yeah.
in the street, especially, like, it's really good. Like me and Slane, I want about the tune. So many people come up to you, like, thanks so much. But it's more the online stuff. Like you get fucking terrorised online.
Everyone I speak to about you pure love you, so like
Oh,
it's
that's nice to
always
hear,
really positive.
No, we're the same. Like even the people that come into the restaurant now, they're so nice. All different ages as well, which I always quite like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the online stuff, like, it's proper hate.
Aye.
Like I can take people going, he's a prick or da. But it's when they start going into your personal life and stuff like that, and you've got kids and kids are at a certain age and they see it and you're a bit like, fucking hell, is
Do
it
you
worth
think
it?
that's
But
anything to do with your previous football teams you're at? Like,
I've no idea. But how would you ever know how these people's
Yeah.
minds work, innit? But
True.
but again, you just need to take the good and the bad, don't you? It's not
Aye.
I'm
And I
crying in
think-
bed at night. I'm
like-
crying in bed at night, but no about that.
But do you not think, like, see when people are so negative, like, they're the guy sitting back, like, crying behind the screen, like that, oh, I'll just bring him down a peg or two because he's doing well.
Oh, do you know what? Again, you could speculate, but you never know, don't you? You never know people's reasons why they do things. But I try and not let what anyone else thinks or says affect me, and just
how
you know
long-
yourself. You're confident enough in yourself who you are as a
Yeah.
person. People go, a lot of the thing I get is that he looks like the biggest prick ever, but I genuinely know that I try to be a good guy to people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if you give people your time and try to be nice to people, then that's how you can be, can't it?
Well,
Yeah.
actually, Mick was in my office the other day and he was saying to me, he was like, Si is actually the nicest guy ever. So there we go.
Mick,
Kennedy.
I know, but he's my best mate. so
I know,
he's
but
gonna
he
say
was
that
like,
anyway.
actually, like, but he was saying, he was like, I think his words are some people think like Si's a pure prick. But he was like, he is actually the nicest guy ever.
Okay, I wouldn't say the nicest guy I ever got. I'm not like Mother Teresa, I go about helping everyone, but like you asked me to speak to you about help, talk
Yeah.
about this and get.
In fact, that's a
came
really
and-
funny
do you know what I
story.
mean?
So,
Like,
see, when we started,
I'd
like,
never
when-
say no to somebody, sorry.
well, with the podcast, right? So I was like, say, like, I know that Open Goals went really, really well. Could I come and speak to you and we can like talk about like how it works and tell me
Yeah.
like the pros and cons, all that sort of stuff. So we went up to the stadium like to talk about it, and like the boardroom was taken, so we had to go into the guys'
In the
changing
dressing
rooms.
room.
But
You
the,
put a pair of football boots on, why was that?
no, I didn't. But the funniest thing is like the lights go out in there like every
So they do
like,
2 minutes. They're on a timer, right?
But
That's right.
we like started like Si getting up and he just would like do this wee movement, but I realised by the end of it he literally got up and down every 2 minutes and done this. Like,
And I noticed you
did
never
that,
fucking-
and
you
I
never
know-
fucking
and
got
it
up
was-
once.
I know, but it was like really near the end, and I was like, you realise that you've got up every 2 minutes, and I'm actually not
Sat
that
on your arse.
And see, to be fair though, like if Mick's saying nice things about you, I don't think that you would necessarily say I'm the nicest person ever. So
Nah, you are definitely a.
I can't.
These are nice people. That's why I've came on. I know the three of you are nice people. Maybe no. Yeah, no, you're Yeah,
But that's the thing, because I used to manage your flat, and that's how long ago was that? Like 10, 12 years
12
ago?
years ago it must have been a
Something
put the
like
flat
that.
for it. Was I paying the arse at him?
No, you were so funny. Remember, like, to be fair, remember you used to wind up Susan in the office?
I loved Susan, didn't I? She was gorgeous.
She will literally hear this and be like, what was it she used to message you? Like, meow, meow, or something like that.
She was proper in it, wasn't she?
She was
So she always
David be doing it back.
yeah,
No, that was a great
yeah,
office.
yeah.
I used to love coming in. It was
I
a good
know.
laugh. It was a good laugh.
It was a good laugh. But you're still the same. Like, that's the thing, because you went from, like, obviously at that point you played with Dundee.
Just been signed for Dundee, that's right.
Dundee.
Uh-huh.
And then in a short space of, well, I know we're saying 12 years, but from when I started knowing you to where you are now, you're like household names.
Well, see, after that, I'd stopped playing with Dundee, and I've said it loads of times, but I fucking hit rock bottom, like,
Yeah.
massively.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I'd probably call it, I just realised now it's like probably a breakdown.
Yeah.
Came back, walking back up the road for a night shift in Springburn at like 6 a.m, just burst into tears walking up the road.
Oh,
Is that when you went to become
I
a
had no-
postman? you'd
Postman,
done?
I was working in the
delivering
night shift.
kitchens as well.
I was delivering
is that
kitchens
right?
as well, and I was like, where the fuck's my life going? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so obviously you've got a wee bit of savings for football, but they were starting to kind of dwindle
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 kids who are quite young, and you're thinking, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to pay my mortgage soon. Do you know what I mean? And I've got no qualifications. Like, what the fuck am I going to do here? and then obviously found Open Goal, and it's been amazing. It's like even though I had a playing career, this has been the best sort of 7-8 years of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy my life now, because when you play football, like there's so much pressure on you every day for fans, boards, managers. Your whole life's consumed with football, and like again at night you're totally overanalyzing your performances, how you're doing, hoping for a contract next year. Whereas now I'm so much more settled in life, and I
And
actually
you're
get to
in
enjoy
control
myself.
of it as well.
I get to drink a lot more as well.
How
Like,
did
get to go and enjoy
come about?
myself. So me and my mate, I was sitting in a soft play once, and I'll never forget it. I had a grey hoodie on. I must have looked like fucking so depressed. I had a black kitchen jumper on, and my two boys were on about this soft play, and I again probably could have burst into tears. And my mate phoned us, and I didn't spoke to him for ages, like years. And he was like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "Fucking delivering kitchens, mate. I'm so low, man. Like I can't keep doing this in life." And he's like, "Mate, I fucking hate my job as well." He's like, "I've got an idea for us," and I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "Why don't we start a podcast?" But I'd never heard that podcast, and I was like, "What the fuck's a podcast?" And he's like, "I've got this idea where you interview football players, your pals, and we'll stick it on the internet and see how it does." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll get a bash." So he's like, "Can you meet us at the Blytheswood on Friday?" And I was working that Friday, so I had to go to my boss and say, "Can I get away early today? I've got an interview for this thing that I'm going to maybe do." And he was like, "Right, okay, you can go, but you're not getting paid for that hour." And at that time, it was like, I really need money here. So I was like, "Right, fuck it, I'll need to go." So I went to the Blytheswood, and he's like, "Right, let's get it all done kind of within the next 2 weeks. Just text all your best mates and ask them if they'll let you interview them." So like, this is why I love these guys so much, like Kevin Thompson, Charlie Mulgrew, Darren O'Day, Aidan McGeady. Charlie Adam was the 5th, so I just text them there and then saying, "Can I come and interview you in the next 2 weeks?" And they were like, "Of course you can." I come down, went down and done the 5, kind of again taking time out, couldn't go to work, so you're losing money as well, a bit of a risk. Put the 5 interviews, and I never forget, I know I would plead in poverty here, but my mum has a wee flat in Fingarola, so just before the first one went out, me and my kids went out to Fingarola, and again I'll never forget, I was sitting on the balcony and my mate went, "That's me, I'm going to upload the first one." Put it out, and then he texts me 3 hours later, he's like, "Mate, this has smashed it, man. Like the views are through the roof, and the comments are like really good." And then we put the next 5 out, and it just fucking went mad for there.
So it was like an instant hit then? It wasn't like
An instant hit. I always think it's good that you've had to struggle for a bit at the start of something.
Definitely.
Because like it makes you pure desperate to make sure it doesn't ever go back to that.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I think it makes you as a person. When you struggle, you're
Definitely.
like, this is everything I'm grateful for, rather than it being handed to you. It would have been completely different if you were just this famous footballer with thousands in the bank.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have appreciated it. As
No,
much.
exactly. Like my hero now in life is Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if I've read his book. I listen to his podcast. I don't know if you've watched the one on Diary of a CEO. It's amazing. And he says anything amazing that's ever happened in his life, there was a struggle before it. And I do think that's true. I think it's like even the restaurant, like, holy fuck, like there's times where we were like, this isn't going to open, this isn't working. But now obviously we're open a week and it's fucking amazing.
Has
It's
it only
like,
been a week?
it's my favourite job, but I love it.
is
I'm not
it?
actually addicted to it. It's only been open a week, but again, that was you putting all your money into something and you're thinking this isn't what it should be, but then you see the end result and it's
so
amazing.
you've obviously done this bit where you've balanced a lot at the one time, like so doing the postman, delivering the kitchens, and then doing the podcast. So you've managed to juggle all that while being a dad.
Yeah.
It seems as if that seems to be you, because now you're doing EKSC,
Yeah.
you've got Grosso, and you've got Open Goals. So you've got your hands in everything. Do you like to be busy? Or
Love to be busy. I'm not a type that can sit in the house with my own thoughts. I hate it. I drive myself
no,
mad.
we're the
It's the worst.
I'm
But
definitely
again, like my mum and dad, so like they were proper grafters. But I'll never forget. See, when we wake up in the morning, my dad was away at work. He was a motor mechanic. Do you know what I mean? And then when you'd get him at night, he'd be in the garage working as well. So just that's the kind of values you're trying to pass on to your kids, innit? Just to show them that, listen, see, if you want to do well in life, you need to fucking work.
You need to work.
And the good thing, my kids' whole lives are at work with me. I very rarely sit in the house with my kids. So, for example, Friday night they were working in the restaurant. Jude
love
was
that.
getting out menus. Frankie was behind helping with the
amazing.
juices.
And do you actually work at the restaurant?
I work every day.
I do. I thought you
Any
were just
spare
like
minute.
the owner.
No, owner, but I work.
And
I
does
work every
Jordan
day.
work it as well?
Jordan does more admin side, so all
Right,
the
okay.
ordering, and Jordan will take care of that side. But I'm in the restaurant for 8:30 in the morning. I'll probably leave at about 10:30 at night, and then I'll jump to a podcast, obviously, or football at night, and then jump back again.
Yeah.
How did the Grosso come about? What made you see?
So I've always been a massive food guy. Like
Right.
I love food. So when I first moved to Swindon, we had an Italian restaurant at the bottom of our street, Fratello's it was called. It was like the busiest restaurant in Swindon. And I got really pally with the owner, Ricky. I still speak to him now. So I would hang about there a lot, like in the office. They were big gamblers. I was a big gambler at the time. they obviously done the food at Fratello's, and I would hang about and kind of chat with them. It was something that I thought in the future I'd like to do this. And then more recently, I've got quite pally with a guy, Andy McCartney, who's got Maison, Clubhouse, Ghost. So just hanging about these sort of places. Maybe do the podcast and food places. It's somewhere that I'm always about. I'm always out for food as well. Like Joe in Liverpool Road, got quite pally with him as well, so I'm in there quite a bit. And then I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where I want to do something else as well. I don't want to just keep doing football all the time, because my life's so consumed with football, with the podcast and East Kilbride. So I just thought, food's the next thing that I want to do. And then I've always loved Denniston, kind of where I've always hung about. And the bank's been empty for years, and I've always looked at it as somewhere that I'd like to have as mine. So we're just like, fuck it, we'll get the bank and we'll day it up and we'll get a bash. So it's the best thing I've done. I know it's only a weekend, but I'm absolutely. See, when you get a feeling that like this is what I'm meant to be doing. So
the food,
food,
like I'm not just saying this for the podcast, but the food is amazing. Like so good. Like
chefs are amazing.
The mozzarella stick things were so good.
Yeah. That's something I've took from Mick. Like Mick's been amazing for me, Mick Kennedy. He's like done a lot more for me than people ever know in terms of what I've been through in my personal life and stuff like that. Basically put me up in his house for free for 5 months, and he has the one thing I always take from him. He says always, to be successful in business or life, surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
It's so important. And we've done that at Grosso. Like the chefs are incredible. The wee team we've built with the wee waitresses, love them to bits. They're all amazing. Even like the joiners that we had in just kind of got what we were after, and it's been a big team effort. So I love it so much.
So do you think that this will be like a one-off, or do you think you'll make this a
No.
chain?
So
Will there
anything
be
that I do, I don't
more?
know. I don't want to just be alright at it anymore. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I always had that thing at football where I never had the ambition to be amazing. I was more interested in making people laugh or being the guy that everyone thought was funny. And when I kind of had that wee mini breakdown, I was like, stop being that guy, because that isn't even you.
Yeah.
Like you're putting on an act. It's like fucking do things to be successful. So now with the restaurant, like I didn't want to just sit with one. Didn't want to talk too soon because we need to get this one right first. But eventually there's a plan to like do 2 or
Well,
3.
if you need finance for the next one,
You know where to go.
I've heard your rates are quite. No, I'm kidding. 100% I would come to you. Like I say, good people, so I would trust you 100%.
yeah.
How long had it been in the plans? Like, how long did it take?
We are
So
quite
open.
impulsive people, so as soon as we seen the bank, it's that empty, we went and spoke to the guy that owned it. He's actually became a good pal, the landlord. He owns a couple of things in Duke Street as well. He's been amazing with us as well. So within him asking him like for a rate, and he sorted us out with a good deal. It's literally a month later the building had started, and
Oh wow, that's amazing.
so it just
And did
kind
it
of went for it.
cost more than what you thought?
A lot more than what we thought.
That's like so we find that a lot of businesses, like
Yeah.
startups, where they'll budget on what they think it's going to cost, and then like, oh my goodness, that's
Because you want to do it right, do you know what I mean? So
And you don't want to scrimp and scrape on
nah,
anything.
you only get
so-
one shot at it. We always say
Yeah.
that you only get one shot at it. So if you're going to do it, you need to do it right. So it's cost a lot of money, but I think it'll be worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. It's dead hard even to like. I know you can walk in and things, but it must be so busy already because our kids won't stop talking about like going. So we were like looking like when can we get availability. So everyone seems to be talking about it. So
It's only a weekend, but we thought the weekends would be busy, and during the week it might be a wee bit quieter. But it's been packed.
Okay.
So
that's great.
we thought we were going to get that just kind of with the following that we'd built up over social media. We thought we'd get that initial hit, and then it's just about sustaining it. So that's happened. But the feedback that we've got for the food, it's been really good. So I don't see why there's any reason why people will not come back.
Actually, Gillian had our friend Gillian's like a Si Ferry fan.
Fan is an
I
understatement.
know, she's like, she'll text me and be like, I just walked by Si Ferry in the streets, Gillian's going to kill us. But she was saying that you had your advertisement for a role like up recently. Was that about?
The chef.
Yeah.
Again,
She's a
because we're
teacher.
so busy, we didn't expect it to be as busy as what it's been. So we're going to
Yeah.
need to get another chef involved as well.
She's
Is
a
she a chef?
She's a teacher.
No, she's
she's
not.
like,
Yeah.
I think
She
I'm going to go
wants
and
the
do a course on
Got a
it.
cooking course.
just to get access to
Is she good looking?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like the loveliest person.
Is
so
she?
nice.
Yeah,
Tell her
she
to come in at Grosso or I'll
Give her a
no,
freebie.
give her a freebie.
Well, that's actually
No, I'm not giving her a freebie. I thought.
She has like
You need to
messaging
make
me like,
money.
when are we going to Grosso? I'm like, as soon as we've got time. Like,
She doesn't love us that much. She's not even fucking been in.
see, and she also actually she loves football too. So she used to do. She's like a Gaelic teacher.
Oh,
So
right,
she
cool.
used to do like the commentating on like BBC Alba.
Oh wow.
So-
Well, my boy would love her then because he's
Yeah.
obsessed. Just
Celtic fan
like,
and all.
She's
Oh,
she's
she's a Celtic fan, is she?
That's the only disappointing thing. No, I'm joking.
So we were talking about like freebies and how do they like see your open goal pals? Do they come in and be like, right?
Slaney's been in. He's been in 3-4 times. Have you heard the story about him?
No.
So I took him in he came in for lunch on Friday. We had a live show at SWG3, so I says come for food before it. at a freebie, and then we'll go to SWG free. So he came in, we sat at as soon as you walk in, there's a booth there, and it looks out at the full restaurant. So he sat in there, and there's a wee group of girls sitting kind of diagonally across with us. And he's like that to me first. I think they keep looking over, and I think they quite like us. And I was like, so I'm kind of working in that in between, and then coming back and eating and sitting, and then we finish our food, and two of them get up and start walking over towards us. And he's like, I told you, look, they're coming over here. And they're like, can we say something to you? And he was like, of course you can. How you doing?
I know.
And she went, we've just sat and watched you pick your nose for like the last 20 minutes.
Oh my god, I heard this on your podcast. I was
and
watching last
his
night.
face went beat it, and he was like, what? I said, you picked your nose? He's like, I never fucking picked my nose. He's like, my nose is always itchy, so I'd have been itching my nose. He's like, no, your finger
Picked
was.
it.
So
What was
he's
he picking his nose say?
haven't I? You must have been. But I'm like, you're gonna get me shut down.
Oh
That
no.
is so funny. But the girls actually pulled him up.
I pulled him out. How bold is Brass? But I love that.
But anyway,
that's what you get on
ima-
Duke Street. But like nobody pisses about on Duke Street. People will
Imagine
just tell
eating
you.
your dinner and someone sitting across you picking their nose, you'd be like that.
The
So he's banging.
funny thing that he actually thought they were trying to get batter dinner.
But do you know
They
how
must have
like,
been
people,
looking at him like,
I
yeah,
know.
he's like,
He's
you
like,
would go,
"That's
see, if you were eating, you would go, oh, stop that, wouldn't you?
Do
You
you
would
know
pull
another-
them up there then.
Another thing that I hate, see when people blow their nose at a dinner table. I'm like,
Oh,
go
I
to the
hate
toilet.
it.
Go to the toilet. That's
I
rude.
used to have a pal, right? And he was a fucking notorious nose picker. And he'd come up, I'd need to watch him the whole time he was in my flat, because there was times he'd be sitting and doing that. And then,
no, he wouldn't.
and then I would need to go at him, do not fucking ping that. Go and put nose pick. I hate nose picking. But see, on the other side of this is where he's an amazing guy as well. So there's a wee guy that comes in the restaurant now, Logan his name is. He's for Rickazy. Must be about 17. He's a wee guy that wants to be like a football coach. So he comes in, he eats every day, right? He gets a fry up and a coffee, £17.50 he spends every day in the restaurant, right? And he came up to East Kilbride on Tuesday night. I invited him up to come and watch training. So I picked him up in Rickazy, me and Frankie, drove him up, dropped him off up the road. So he's sitting in, and Slaney and Kyle were over in the corner, and he's quite a nervous wee guy. So he's like, that's Slaney and Kev, to get a picture of him. And I was like, of course they will. I was like, come and sit with him. I was like, come and speak to them, sorry. I went, come and speak to them. And I went, Slaney, Kev, this is Logan. Like, he loves the podcast, stuff like that. And Slaney and Kev were like, get a seat, pal, sit. So Paul, the seat, the two of them were sitting having their dinner at the time. They were actually eating at the time, but the wee guy sat with them for their full lunch.
Oh, that's so
I love
nice.
that.
Got a
I
picture.
love-
So like they're amazing guys. You know what I mean? Again,
That's
they're
good.
people that probably
Yeah.
get a bit of criticism, but deep
Well,
down they're lovely
that's
people.
actually one thing as well. Like with you and Mick, like so EKFC have got a following of like maybe some disabled like people within it, and I always say that you guys are so good. Like at the end of every match, just go up and just make all the fans feel like so welcome and part of the team. And
It takes 2 minutes, though, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's
but
like 2 minutes
so
out your time.
appreciated, and I
uh-huh.
think you really see that with a lot of the fans. Like they really look up to you, and you just take that time to actually make them feel loved and appreciated.
Well, they do so much. We actually, we're not just saying this I'm pure pleading on people's heartstrings here. We use the fans in our, well, Mick does. He does more of the team talks to me, but we had like a fucking crisis meeting last week, and the full time Mick spoke about the Sullivan family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He spoke about like how much they dedicate their time and
They
money
do,
to come and
yeah.
follow us, and the least we can expect for you boys is fucking to work hard
Yeah.
and fight for people that have came to watch you. So fans have been amazing with us. Like I think when we first came there was like 100 people coming to games. You see it now, it's packed every week. So
Yeah.
they're a big part of the reason why we've done well.
Yeah.
So to give someone back for 2 minutes, I mean, what is that out of your time? Tommy Burns was like a massive on that. I'll never forget my first day at Celtic. We walked up to Celtic Park to sign your contract, and we Archie, the chef, it was Archie's Down syndrome. He was the chef. So he opened the front door. Tommy walks in, I'm behind him, and Tommy gives him a big hug. How are you? How's the family? How's the kids? And you walked away, and he says, treat the guy in the door the same way you treat the guy that runs the
100%.
club.
So true.
He says it's 100%. So, like, growing up at Celtic was the best thing ever happened to me through Tommy. Like, no, forget about football, just your values as a person and who you are, and give people the time of day. So, he takes a lot of credit for that as well. And I think Mick being for the Carlton, Tommy's for the Carlton, so they've obviously had similar upbringings. And again, Mick gets a lot of stick online as well. But like, I know I would never tell people exactly what he's done for me, but I know exactly what he's done for players as well, in terms of stuff that you wouldn't even expect a manager to do. So he goes above and beyond for the players as well, and the fans as well. Like the Sullivans were another day, Mick covered the bill for him. Mick was in at the time eating, and he covered their bill as well. So, God, I'm trying to make it like we're the fucking
like
best people in the
family.
world. No, but like, let's move on for us being nice to people.
Well, moving on
been
from
bad
being
to people?
nice.
Tommy,
Tell
I've
us the
done that
bad
as well.
stories,
I've done that as
Moving
well.
on from being nice, we like when we were walking past see at half time, when we were walking past the window to go into the like room, the boardroom, see if the players aren't playing well, you can hear Mick going pure mental, and I'm like, oh, I
You can
would
hear that on the
not.
side, to be fair.
We're walking past like us, like,
Do you know what?
oh,
We are
would
so
not like to be in there.
we're so passionate about football. Like it's probably like Mick doesn't take away at East Kilbride. I take very little. We didn't need to do it. We were very busy
Why
outside
do
it
you do it?
because we
What
love
made you
football
get
and
it?
we love. We want to change. We've got this mad fucking idea of changing Scottish football because I played in teams where the ball just gets kicked up the pitch all the time,
Yeah.
and I don't think it gets the best out of young Scottish players. I genuinely think there's so many good young Scottish football players that are lost due to coaching, and it's more the bigger, aggressive, stronger ones that end up going further
Yeah.
purely based on
Yeah.
the style of play. Whereas we believe in like technical fucking football players in Scotland. I think there's so many good. The thing I hate the most that I hear about Scottish, you can't get Scottish football players to pass the ball to each other. They can't. Scottish players can't do it. It's the biggest load of shite ever. It just comes down to coaching. I get so we are so passionate about like how we see football and how we think it should be played. And the reason we get angry is that we give the boys like a lot. We give the boys instruction. Every team I kind of played in, it was sort of just you just go to make up for yourself. Like we're giving boys instruction again, and when that instruction's not followed, then that's when the anger comes. Like mistakes, nobody ever gets shouted at for making a mistake.
Yeah.
But if we've worked on something and somebody's not doing that, then that's when the anger comes, and then you want to win, don't you, as well?
Of course
Do you know what I mean?
It's
You want
good
you're
football to
desperate
watch
to win.
though. Like we're Rangers like supporters, and I'll go and watch that, and then I'll come and watch UKFC, and I'm like, it's actually so much better football to watch.
Well, again, it all depends how you see football. I mean, some people see football as kicking the ball up the pitch is the way to do it, and they'll enjoy watching that more. But we'll never ever change for what we believe in, purely
I
to
think
get
Robbo
results.
is so good. Like
The
see
what,
when
Robbo?
like see when he's not playing, I'm actually like, oh, and then he comes on and see because he just runs up the like. I think sometimes he can be quite angry to the rest of his players.
Nah,
but like,
he's funny, isn't
see
he?
when he's like run, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so good to watch.
He's so he's so funny, Robbo. But again, you only really get the best out of Robbo because Mick's got such an amazing relationship. Like Mick's done a lot for Robbo off the pitch as well. I think Robbo appreciates he's got himself in really good condition.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking top player. But he's so funny. He's like, how's the restaurant going, mate? And I was like, it's going well. He goes, you loaded yet? And then I'll go, no, yet, mate. He goes, you shagging birds for it? That's his two questions. That's all he cares about. And then he'll just run off.
That's the success
tuned
part.
them
Are
in.
you loaded or are you shagging?
That's what he views success on. So no, he's a great. But all the boys have been brilliant with us. Like we demand a lot of the boys for part-time football players, and I get it. It's tough, but I always think if you want to be successful, you need to do more than what everyone else is doing.
Definitely.
So the boys need to run one night a week outside of training and send it in at the group. They need to watch
like a big
clips.
thing for you guys, isn't it?
Sorry?
Like speeds, like
Fitness, you need to be fit. You need to be really fit to be successful. Obviously, it's a massive part of the game for all the stuff that you want to do. Dominate possession. You need to be able to run. Like that's the number one. It's a running sport. Do you know what I mean? So you need to be at a certain level of fitness to do that. And then the boys need to watch clips like away for training as well. So probably about a 5-day week for the boys. But
Yeah.
And are they all
worth it.
part time?
part time, they're only 2 nights a week. But like I say, we probably kind of try to make it like a full time
Yeah.
environment. So I think you need to do that if you want to be
It's
successful.
so good. Like I love like the journey you have brought them and how they've now moved up the leagues and stuff. And my wee boy plays the 2016s now.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's good to see that they can. The wee ones have that to look up to.
Course.
This is actually a team that you can get to. Like,
Well, I always think the best thing about football and being a football player or a coach or being involved in football is the feeling that you can give other people.
yeah,
And again, I don't think you didn't realise that until you actually stopped. Like I played with Swindon. We got promoted one year. It was about 2 years ago. We got asked to go back down to kind of celebrate that year. And when we went, it was in the stadium, so like fans had been invited, directors for that time, physios for that time, and like when people come up and tell you what like that day you got promoted meant to them. Like I was with my boy in the crowd that day. It was like one of the best days. Or like the physio was like that was such a good year to be involved with the club and directors and that. That's when you start to go. The feeling you can give other people is incredible. So like you say, like we say that to the boys all the time, lads. You just didn't realise like the responsibility that you've got.
100%.
How you can make somebody else feel like people's week could be made by you.
Yeah.
Not only that, like young people in East Kilbride want to get into football. Like we can make the next football player for East Kilbride. Like you never think this is a player,
Yeah.
and people outside probably don't think it. But you can change somebody's life. You can genuinely.
no, 100%.
Somebody, a young boy at East Kilbride, go, oh my god, look, East Kilbride, I really want to get into football. Before you know it, you end up being a football player. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's so. I think that's what's the amazing thing about football.
Yeah.
You can affect so many people's life because so many people are so passionate about it. So. I would try to kind of relay that message. Again, Ange Postecoglou is a big one for me. We interviewed him 3 times and the way he spoke to me as well, he's like, these guys are they get paid really well. He says, my big message to him is, lads, every morning that you drive into work, look at the normal person on the street when you're driving in. They'll be miserable. Be people going to work that are miserable. He goes, forget how much money you're earning. You're driving in here to do something that you love.
Yeah.
So make the absolute fucking most of it. Do you know what I mean? Never come in here whether you're not playing, whether you've had a bad game at the weekend. Come in here and embrace it and enjoy it and get the best of it, because what you're doing is, it's the best job in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's my wee spiel on football.
And what would you want next in your football career? Like, if you got like a kind of next goal, or you please stay with East Kilbride, like we would really like that.
Do you know what, we love East Kilbride, like I say, because of how well we've been taken in by the supporters, but also Paul, the owner's been amazing with us, like genuinely amazing with us. So we sat down with Paul when he first kind of offered us the job, and it was basically us interviewing him. Do you know what I mean? Because we wanted to make sure that everything was right, everything was in place. We were going to have total control of the football side of things. And then since then he's backed us like you wouldn't believe. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's been so, and he's so hands on as well. You see him, Paul's there at training 2 nights a week. Is there anything you need? So supportive. Like, we got beat for Airdrie 8-0, and any other owners obviously been on the phone, but Paul was like, completely see what he's trying to do. Just keep fucking going with it. So to have that backing as well, I think you get that at a lot of football clubs now. You see how quickly managers get sacked now. Even at the weekend we lost again. I think we've won in 5 games, and we're in the motor and Paul phone, he's like, lads, don't worry about it. It's like, yous are here till you leave, basically, until you decide to leave. So
I think yous have not only brought like obviously a lot more energy to the team, but a bigger following, probably because of like open goal as well. It has increased the following at East Kilbride though, which is needed, because if you think of like Hamilton Accies, probably not a great example right now, but places like Hamilton and Motherwell have all got these big football clubs, and East Kilbride didn't have one. Like, so it's really good for us. Like, I've lived in East Kilbride my full life. Like, I used to live in Calder, basically right beside Calder Glen.
Well, that was with Paul. That was Paul's big spiel to us about the community and how much he wanted to get involved. And that's what I love about him. He says, if you get the football side, he's going, we'll get the community and I'll give back as well. He wants to give back to the town. So he's wanting to build a £4 million stadium with their own money. Paul spent he told us it was like he spent millions of pounds on East Kilbride. Again, that was a big part of the reason why we wanted to do so well, obviously for the town and the fans, but for Paul, I mean, like, the money he's put into this, because not just for the football team, because he wants East Kilbride the place. People are speaking about East Kilbride and for it to kind of enhance the town as well. So we were so desperate, and it would take an unbelievable offer for us to leave, because me and Mick have got so much going on in our lives as well. Like,
and because you are so close, like, it would be hard to find that kind of relationship with someone else the way that you and Mick have got that connection as well. So.
No, 100%. He's always said, and if he chucked it, or if I chucked it, but the other one would chuck it as well. Because I think it's so rare in life, especially in football, that you get somebody that have got the exact same beliefs in you on everything. You know what I mean? Like, on how the players should live their lives, and how they should train, and how they should play, how the team should play. So I think it's very rare in football. I think a lot of I know a couple of mates that went into management, and they've kind of like, they've no hand-picked their guy that they're in with them. They've kind of like, who can I get? Whereas we knew straight away that we would work. Like, we've always said, like, we should always work together. So as soon as the opportunity came up, and we're just so in tandem at everything that we think. So it works really well.
Do your boys play football?
They do. They both play. They're good players, actually. They're really good players. But Frankie's mad into his commentary now, obviously.
Which is so funny.
He loves
so
it.
Good at it as well, though. Like, see, for such a young age, like I've like followed him on like his socials and stuff, because my wee girl totally fancies him as well. So obsessed. But
he loves his hair now. He's fucking always playing his
He's
hair.
just like a mini you.
He was playing football the other day, and I was like, shit, I was on the side. I didn't. I try and not shout him now, because I gave him such a hard time when he was wee. So I try and just know, but he kept touching his hair. And I was on the side of the pitch. I was like, I'll fucking cut. I'll chop that fucking hair. I'll stop touching your hair. So he's got a hairband.
Does he wear one of the hairbands?
There's a hairband. But he's a wee wide though, man. So I've sent you off camera. He's like that to me. Can I talk to you? Because we've lost 4. We've not won our last 4. He's like, can I talk to you? And I was like, what's up? And he goes, I think I'm going to try and leave his Kilbride. And I was like, how? He's like, I'm not that good at it. He's lost your last 4. He's like, I think I could get a better team now. But again, see how you say he's good at it. This is something that I think I've gave him in life. Like, he doesn't just turn up and he's good at it. His prep's like unbelievable.
I've seen all these
that
notes
on
his,
social media where he was actually literally, I think it was you that shared that, and he was writing down everything. And
But
I'm
that
like,
will
who
do
does
so
that?
much
Like,
in
actually,
life, though. Like, see, even if he doesn't become a commentator, goes on and does something else, see the fact of his preparation and commitment and drive with it, that'll do him amazing no matter what he wants to do. So that's so admirable. Like,
It's so important, isn't it?
like,
That's what I was saying. Like, you didn't just wake up one day and you're good at something. You know what I mean? You need to fucking work at it.
Yeah.
Your prep's so important. Like, I always think you're nervous in life when you're underprepared. See, even in football
100%.
teams where I go on a Saturday and I'm not really sure what the fucking instruction is, or what, I used to be a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
I played 18 months under one manager who you knew exactly where you had to be at every moment of the pitch. And I've never enjoyed football so much in my life, and I've never been so successful doing it purely on the fact that you were prepared well. And it goes for anything in life. Like, people go out to me, "Do you get nervous for the hydro?" I'm like, nah, it's fucking, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And how did that, like, when did you realise, like, see with the open goal and then to the hydro, like, when did you go, oh, this is big? Like, how
Probably when
quickly?
Slaney came on. Slaney completely changed
Really?
it. I would give him a massive, like, we were doing interviews. We were doing just one-to-one interviews, which was great, but you could never take that to the hydro. Like, you wouldn't sit somebody down for fucking 2 hours at the hydro and interview them. People would get fucking bored. He came on, and because we started this like a weekly podcast, and it was all right. It was all right. We had different guests every week, but then he came on, and it just fucking went boom. Like, this is it. This is what it needs to be. Like, so funny and like lively and full of energy and.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And then see, like a month in, he was like that. He's like he's like a fucking dreamer, Slaney. Do you know what I mean? So he's like, I'm telling you now, mate, that we'll do the fucking hydro.
Oh, I love that.
He said that, and then we went to watch. I'll never forget the night we got a message on Instagram for somebody at Still Game. Remember we did the hydro. Remember they done 12 shows, 20 shows at the hydro or something. So we got invited to go to a box and watch. So we'd never done a live show at this point. And we were sitting at the box watching it, and so it was me, my mate, at the open goal when Slaney. It was us three that went, and we were like, we could do this, no problem, man. Fucking definitely do this. And my mate was like, right, why don't I put a tweet out right now and say, it's Still Game at the hydro. If this tweet gets, I think it was maybe fucking 5,000 likes or something, we'll book the hydro. Put it out, and then the next morning there was 5,000 likes. He phoned the hydro the next day and was like, can we book the hydro?
Oh, amazing.
And the hydro were like, who are you?
Were
So
they
I had to
really?
go in. They didn't notice us dead. They were like, why don't you start off like the armadillo? And we were like, nah, fuck it, we're doing the hydro. Like, you're going balls out. And then,
out.
so they were like, nobody knows this. Like, see, doing the hydro, it's like a massive risk. Unless you're like a massive, and you know you're going to sell it. But see, if you didn't sell it the hydro, you book it and you didn't sell it out, you're fucked financially. You need to put so much up front as well. So, like, do you know what I did? The armadillo, and we were like, nah, fuck it, we're doing the hydro, man, and we'll sell it out. See, we put tickets on sale that morning, and my heart was fucking pounding, man.
How
And
many
it's,
tickets did you put out? Like, how many?
13,000 that is.
Is that how much it holds?
13,000.
Wow.
I think we sold out in like 3 days.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
so good.
God.
That's great.
It was like, wow, this is fucking mental. And then we've done it 3 times now. It's
And you
amazing,
don't
man.
find that scary doing that?
Nah, I don't find it scary. The only time I find it scary is when I go on first myself. So see, all the way up to that, I'm completely fine in the dressing room. Because you're running about so much as well. I need to do things with like the guy that links the videos. So I'm constantly on the move. I'm never sitting with my thoughts.
Yeah.
So, but then just as you're at backstage, you go down about 10 minutes before you start, you can see the crowd filling up. The lights go dead.
Does everybody's dead?
The lights go dead, and then the guy always does that to me, say, you've got 10 seconds. And
Oh, no.
literally,
They're like,
you've never felt a feeling like it. If somebody went like that, you can go and run on the motorway now, you would do it. You would do it. It's fucking horrendous, that 10 seconds.
And
But then the
what-
music starts playing, you walk up the stairs and it's like, fucking
Everybody
go,
cheering.
just go for it.
What do you find more scary, that or like a final for EKFC as a manager?
I'm not just saying this, like I was the most nervous football player ever. Like I was genuinely nervous at bar the 18 months with the Canal. I didn't really get nervous about things anymore. I don't know what it is. So what's the worst that can fucking happen?
feel
You know
This
what I
is
mean?
what I've obviously this year's been like pretty chaotic for me. But I remember my friend always saying to me like, what is the worst that can happen and can you deal with that?
Of
Like
course
the
you
worst
can.
thing that can happen in this situation is this, and can you deal with that? Aye. So I probably need to view things a wee bit more like that. Like this is worst case scenario, and actually that's manageable, so it's all right.
100%.
Who
I
cares?
say that to them all the time. See if you've done your prep and you've worked hard, like see if it fails, and fuck it fails, innit?
Yeah,
Just go on to the
Try
next
that.
thing and do something else.
I take.
I'm a
that.
big just be it. Like I think you said one of the questions was like your biggest bit of advice you've been given is just be yourself. I think, innit?
Yeah.
Like it's better to this pure cheesy sin, but it's better to be hated for who you are than fucking people like you for who you're not.
Oh, definitely.
So work hard, prepare well, and fucking be yourself. And if see if you being yourself, like see if I was went on and go and it didn't work me being myself, I could live with myself. See if I went on and tried to be this fucking guy that I'm no, and it never worked, then I would hate myself for that. So like if open goal failed tomorrow because of me, then I could live with it. Because I've just been me, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's just be yourself, prepare well, work hard, and if it fails, innit?
Aye.
Yeah.
Think a minute. I read something. I think it was maybe Matthew McConaughey that said that like I think the people that are at the top at every end have failed so much
Yeah.
in the build up to getting there.
Somebody said that
Failure's
to
a
me the
good thing
other day, so,
sometimes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You learn from it and you work, maybe need that wee kick up the arse that you need to work a wee bit harder.
Most of and even at that, I think the stats for people that are actually successful in life is like late 30s, early 40s. It's no like 23, 25. It's like I think you do need to fail a lot to then come back at it and be like, right, okay, this is it.
100%.
You
I
learn
listened
from
to
your
some-
mistakes as well more than anything.
Some people didn't, and then that's where the problem is. See, if you didn't learn from your mistakes and you
true.
continue to do the same thing, then you've got a problem.
Yeah.
And that for me then becomes down to laziness.
Yeah.
If you fail at something
a
and you didn't learn
willingness.
from it, you didn't even reflect on it. Like the Broomhill thing, I done Broomhill and I was a fucking nightmare as a manager, and I reflected on it about everything, how I was with people, how I treated players, how I spoke to players, the way I coached, the way I approached games in terms of our press, the way we built up for the back. I had to change. I had to go away and learn new things. So you go and watch managers, you watch clips, and you try and come up with new ideas. Because ultimately, if I went and done the same thing, alright, I had Mick with me, which helps massively. If I went and done the exact same thing I done at Broomhill, I'd have failed at East Kilbride.
Yeah.
So you had to reflect on it, and as painful as it is to watch it back and look at yourself and think, fucking hell, like that, you can't be successful doing that. So you're going to need to change who you are. It's tough at the time, but you need to do it. And I do
Reflection's
think
a big thing though. So you've obviously, some people could look at that and go, well, it didn't work, fuck it. But you've looked at it and said, oh, it didn't work. This is where I went wrong and this is how I'm going to change it, which I think is the biggest part, is noticing yourself, reflecting on it and changing it.
And not
100%.
everyone has that ability though. Not everyone
Yeah.
has the ability
Yeah.
to like self-reflect and turn things around. So next one.
good.
What about the open goal? Who's like your dream person to be on open goal?
Dream person to be on open goal. Who would I like to get that we've never really had? Love Roy Keane.
Oh, right,
Wow,
okay.
love
Love
him.
Roy Keane. We asked Roy Keane to do the hydro and he said no.
Did he?
Why? Did he give a reason?
I don't think he does
Gosh,
anything
that-
outside of what he does he really? Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's
Yeah.
one that does kind of fucking appearances. Although he done something in Ireland, a live show, and he was brilliant on it. But I played with Roy Keane when he was at Celtic. I was a young kid. I was just broken at the first team. And Roy Keane came in. He was actually a really good guy, but he was fucking talking about standards and preparation. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like nothing you've ever seen in your life, and scary. But I'd love to see the dynamic with him and Slaney.
Uh-huh.
What do you think it would be like?
I think he'd batter him.
I
Genuinely, I think he'd batter him.
I think it would batter him as
He
well.
would batter him. Slaney came on and Thomas Gravison done the first hydro. And he was amazing. And after 2 minutes, I came back in the dressing room and Gravison's just had Slaney in a headlock. So he'd obviously just couldn't be fucked to his patter. But he calls him the Joker now. So anytime I speak to he went, how's the Joker, lad? I don't think he even knows his name. It's Slaney, but he could just, because Slaney was the Joker the first
Yeah.
hydro, so he just calls him. But Roy Keane, who else do I like on? Who's got any says who do you think would be good on it?
Oh, that's
Ali
a good
McCoy.
thing.
I'm desperate to do a hydro with Ali McCoist.
Yeah.
Oh,
I spoke to him a
such
couple of times
legend.
about doing it, we just couldn't get the dates right. But hopefully I can get Ali McCoist on the hydro.
everyone,
So I
yeah,
can do
everyone
amazing.
loves
him.
Ali
Everyone
McCoy.
loves him.
Yeah. Who's your best guest you've had on?
Oh,
Probably
you
Ali McCoy.
Is that
He's
the
been on
best
twice now.
ever?
He's brilliant. And you know this way where interviewing people is amazing, but see before it and hanging about with them after it, I think that's where you get a real feel of
Yeah.
who somebody is, and he couldn't have been any nicer.
I think everyone says that about Ali McCoy.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
just
think you ever
normal,
meet anyone
isn't
that
he?
doesn't like, oh my goodness, he's like the nicest guy ever.
He's good pals with Paul and James, the owners at
Yeah.
East Kilbride as well, and they're kind of similar people. So
He like, because my other half has got this fucking big huge poster, and he played with like Les Mexico Juniors,
right.
and Ali McCoy is there, and it's literally like the 3 framed pictures is like Jordan's first football strip, Jordan and Ali McCoy, and then like something else.
Ali
and he
McCoy's
literally-
on his own.
Naked. Is that in your
naked.
bedroom? You didn't ride each other. You didn't ride each other. Watch it. Look
Upside
at
down.
I think he's like,
Vicky's like invite me even. Alan
but I
Quist
think
is
even people like my mum's age, like
He
everyone.
is gorgeous,
like,
by the way.
uh-huh,
Have you seen him up
everyone
close?
loves
He's been to East
He's
Kilbride a few
gorgeous.
times. He's
I was
gorgeous.
he was at East Kilbride not that long
Yeah,
ago.
he was
Paul
there.
McStay was there as well. Paul McStay was medical. He'd have been great because
Yeah.
I just started watching Celtic just as Paul McStay was coming to end, and he's like a hero at Celtic, one of
Yeah.
my heroes. So he's going to come on in November, he says. So
I
fingers
thought, like,
crossed.
see that photo? I thought that was Louis Walsh.
Who was it? Oh, with Paul McStay. Fucking hell,
Louis
Louis Walsh.
Walsh.
That's harsh.
Honestly, I was like, when I looked at the photo and if people were tagging it, I was like, why is Louis,
Louis
Walsh?
Walsh
in
at East
it?
Kilbride, imagine that.
Poor
Support the
guy,
community.
sorry.
Why did you stop playing?
So shite.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Is that honestly the answer?
Because open goal and all that was kicking off.
Okay.
So it was. I was at Peterhead, which I loved. No, in fact, I stopped playing to be a manager to do the Broom Hill thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I was at Peterhead, which I loved. That they gave me my first kind of step into coaching.
Would people say that you were a good manager? A
Nah.
good player? A good player?
I was a good
A
football
good
player.
player,
I
yeah.
was a good football player, but I was nowhere near dedicated enough. Never prepared well enough.
Yeah.
Fat wee bastard, lazy. But like 17, I was really good. 16, 17, I was really good, and then I got a really bad injury on my ankle. But I was out 3 times a week, like
Yeah.
constantly out.
That must be hard though, and that might be good to talk about. It must be hard to juggle that life. Like, see, for you going into Celtic so young and like managing.
The worst thing that happened to me at Celtic was I moved away from home, and anyone will tell you this, I'm the most. If anyone could, I'd go with anyone. See, if you were going, somebody I never knew was saying, I'm going out tonight for a few beers, do you want to come? I would go.
Yeah.
I'm just that type of person, do you know what I mean? I can't no go.
You're like, what? I'm going to miss out, FOMO.
So
That's
again, it's
actually
Celtic.
me as well.
Because you're in FOMO, it is, isn't it? It is
it's a real
FOMO.
thing.
Because I was in digs, so it's not, I could just go back to my family and sit. I wanted to be at the house all the time because I didn't want to sit with the people I was in digs with, so like he would maybe go out one night a week, he'd maybe go out one night a week, and he would maybe go out one night a week.
Aye.
But I'd be with every
All
one of them at the same time, so I'd be at 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to go back and sit in my digs, so
I
I'd
get
end
like
up.
that, see, because if I'm in my own head, like I hate being in my own head. So like if like somebody's going out, I'm like, oh no, I would rather be out and keep my head busy, or like that's why I probably work so much, 'cause it keeps my head busy. I think if I'm by myself, or if you were at digs at the time sitting there, I would be like, no, I've got too much time to think.
You need
You're
to be
getting
around people
better at that, though.
Yeah.
You're getting better at going like, no, I'm not going to that event. I don't have time.
Yes,
I
because
don't.
I'm like, I've got 100 customers sitting waiting on me.
Yeah.
So Kelly, you need to go to the event.
Have you ever seen a therapist? Because that helps with that.
No, I probably do.
Would you? I've been. I'll tell you. I've been at a therapist, and I think that's what you need. I need to get better at in life is just being comfortable, being on my own, with my own thoughts, and sit and try and relax for 20 minutes here and there. So I think therapy definitely does it. Like I really look forward to that time. I sit and great for an hour,
Oh, do you?
Well,
and I've not
that's-
great for years. Like the last time I probably cried in public was like when Tommy Burns died at his funeral. I was like in tears.
Yeah.
But every time I go and speak to somebody, I fucking burst into tears.
Do you?
That literally sounds like me.
I done
I
it.
think I'm your
I
therapist.
done it
No.
every day. No, sorry, once a week for 6 months, like about 8 years ago. And I remember, like, I was gutted. Like, we spoke about this the last time, and I was like, I actually miss my therapist
That's
because
good.
you get to the point where you go in, you look forward to talking to him, and if you're still crying and everything. But he said to me, Vicky, you know when you're done, when you've nothing to talk to me about. And see, when I sat there, it was like nothing to talk to Terry about. I was like, oh no, this is it done.
Devastated. So do you
That's
feel
me.
better now for doing that?
Love it. And it just made me understand who I was. Because literally, like, I was like, oh, I'm a bad person, I'm this, I'm that, and everything else. And then he just put it all into perspective, where I was like, oh, aye, that's just if surrounding yourself with shitty people will make you feel shitty.
Yeah.
Do
Do you know what's amazing to what you've just said? Because it's so spot on. This is what I got for it. You think you're a bad person. Why do I do these things?
Correct.
Sorry, I've had men and women. Therapy I'm talking about.
You're going to
Except for that time I told you about off camera. It makes you realise why you do the things that you do. It's not through being a bad person, it's maybe what's happened to you as a kid or
Aye.
Yeah.
growing up at certain times or things that have happened to you in your life. Like you could actually still be grieving someone that you didn't even realise, and that's maybe why you're acting the way you're acting. So it's about realising why you do certain things, which I really like. So no, I would recommend it to anybody. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I had a therapist that was quite nice looking.
Oh, that would help.
But
to
then
be
you end
fair.
up, I started asking her questions like, this isn't how this works. Like you kind of start
Did she
asking.
tell you like stop?
She's like, stop that. I was like, what are you doing this weekend? What do you like? What's your
Do you wanna
hobbies,
go out?
interests? No, I
See
don't
how
know.
I got FOMO? Okay, what are you doing this weekend?
But no, I would. Have you been there? Have you been?
I've not, and I probably really do need to go to a therapist. But I'd mentioned earlier, obviously, I'm going through a divorce as well, and we're getting the keys to our new houses like at the end of October, and I've never been on my own. So part of me is a bit like, I can't wait to have my own place and can't wait to like be my own person, and I can't wait to go on a solo holiday and do all these things. But I'm actually so scared about like just being in my house and being on my own and sitting there like on my own.
Takes
Uh,
It's
time.
just not me.
So I hate it as well. It's the worst. I've been in my flat for 6 weeks. I've not sat on the couch once.
I know, and obviously, like, we've been going through this process for ages, and I sold my house in May, and I'm still not out of my house, like,
Find it
and I'm
hard to
just
leave.
like, how am I going to move in winter? Like, at the end of October, move into my own house and be like, I'm here.
I'll come and visit
Oh
you
no!
if you do.
I literally will have to be like, "Hi, what you up to? Come down."
I
Or
just
I'll
go
be
for.
out.
See, instead of sitting about, I'd go for a walk.
Yeah.
I like, cause I'm 5 minutes from the town, so she just walking into.
Oh, that's handy.
I prefer to do that than just sit about.
I think it takes time. You will adjust to it. It takes time for you
Yeah.
to go, right, I'm just going to sit in this Saturday night.
I know.
That took me years, by the way.
I don't know if I will though. Like, and it's obviously going to be different when the boys are there. The boys will be there half the time. They'll be with Craig half the time. But like when they're not, I'll be like, oh, I must do
You need to
something.
find a hobby.
You need to do something. I get what you're saying. But you're happy just to sit on your own Saturday night.
Honestly,
no.
could not think of anything better now.
Oh no.
But I done, like, bearing in
glass
mind,
of
I
wine.
was like, so I was a single mum from 24 to 30, whatever, like 32. So I'd be like, right, okay, wholesome mum vibes, like when my kids and everything else, see them in at Friday, the second weekend that we're going to their dad's. I was like, right, girls, where we going, what we doing?
Yeah.
And I've done loads of trips and loads of everything. So now I'm kind of like, right, okay, I'll just sit in Saturday night and have a glass of wine or fucking.
So I've
sitting.
always lived my life, like even like in marriage, Emma would say like I'm away with the girls, I'm away to do this, like I lived a good life and done what I wanted when I wanted. Probably part of the issue, like I was just like, this is my life, I'm going to do it. But it's the on my own thing, and this is why I keep saying I'm going to book a holiday to France, to Spain, to wherever, literally on my own. And Emma's like, that would be my idea of hell. I'll probably really struggle with it, but I feel like I'll be really liberated as well. I'll be like,
But are you hoping that that's going to fix you being on your own?
maybe I. It's going to fix me. I need fixed, that's what it is.
But you'll end up just getting steaming, won't you?
I
I actually said to her, I was like, I'm going to find where you are. I'm just going to come and
Come and
surprise
stay,
you.
anyway.
She was like, that's not me going by myself. I was like, I'll just come and be like, hi.
But you're quite good at you talk to people, wouldn't you? You just talk to strangers.
Yeah, I
and,
would just talk to anyone.
You probably
yeah,
end up
so-
meeting somebody and
And then best
palling
friends.
about with
yeah.
best friends. But you're out all the time as well, aren't you? Just with your job and
It's mainly events, like actual social, like wise. I don't even see like my best friends. Like I've got a
Oh,
group of
here we
girls.
go.
Oh, she gets jealous when I talk about my best friends. But my best friends from like school, like we're still like we used to go out all the time, but I don't get time to go out with them because everything I do is work now. So I go to like at least one event a week, but it's work. Like, so if I drink, I have like maybe 1 or 2 drinks at them. I'm there networking or having to represent. So it's different. See when you're out with your pals and you can get steaming and you're rolling around the floor and just being daft. Like
Yeah.
I don't actually
get to do that.
Like,
I think that's a good thing to add.
Yeah, to be
I
fair,
think
like,
it's good at the time I see the next day, like, what was I
the fear is not my friend.
Oh no.
I
She's
don't
got bad fear,
Yeah, I don't get the fear as much anymore because I don't drink as much because I go to so many events that I couldn't keep up with it. My hangovers are horrendous.
Yeah.
But like when I used to go out with my pals when I was younger, like I would have the fear for like 3 days. So
You do still get the fear, and I get the fear for Emma, to be fair.
yeah.
I'm like in my bed early and Emma phones at 3 o'clock in the morning. Kelly, I'm like, oh shit.
I put a ban on myself for nightclubs, I think. Then I go to a
Nightclubs?
nightclub.
Are nightclubs even a thing anymore?
Well,
though?
like, then I stay out past 12 o'clock. I'm trying not to do that. Because that's when you just end up being
It's
proper
bad
steaming.
choices at
Bad
that point.
choices.
But then I would just go out earlier though. Just go
I
out
still think
earlier
that's
and-
alright, so.
Yeah, go out earlier
It's
and up
that
the road.
1 o'clock to 3 o'clock where bad
Yeah.
stuff,
But
bad
the-
stuff
what is
happens,
it,
doesn't
the
it?
witching
It does.
The witch, is it the witching hour?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
No, I'm saying like that time where it's like, oh no, what's going to happen here?
Defo.
But it must be an age thing. We must all be similar ages, and that must also be a thing where you're like, no, I need to be up the road for 12.
12. Day drinking's better
it's
as
not
well.
worth it,
I
yeah.
prefer day drinking. See, sitting in a pub, that's my favourite thing in life.
Yeah.
Sitting in a pub with your pals.
Yeah.
being
Having
like-
a laugh.
Having a laugh, pint of Guinness. Like, I'm happy for. We've got a wee pub in Carlton. I've just moved to the Barras. It's called the Heel and Jesse.
Right?
It's a proper old
what a
man's
cool
pub.
name.
It's now my favourite pub. I love it.
Oh,
get,
really?
We do karaoke on a Sunday.
Oh,
Like, I
do
think that's
they?
more my life now than Wonder Bar till
Yeah.
all sorts of hours.
I love wee pubs like that as well. Like, there's a pub in Arran that I love going to, and like all the locals come with like their instruments and just start having.
Mate, amazing that,
I'm like,
innit?
this
Live
is
music's the
like
best,
patter.
innit?
It's the pattery older people as well. Like you could be sitting in a pub and they're the funniest people that you'll ever like speak to. It's like guys in their 70s who just fucking tearing into you.
Amazing. My favourite bit, I love hanging about older people. So Derek Ferguson, who's on the podcast, and Gordon Dale, like, I could sit in a pub with them two all day.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to talk to, I think.
I know.
They've got so much to
I
say,
was going
don't
to say
they?
they've got life stories.
Life
to
stories
share.
and experiences. So, nah, just go to the pub. If you've
Yeah.
go to therapy and go to the pub, you'll be
Go to
happy.
therapy, go a sole holiday and sit in a pub.
Maybe if you've got, well, you'll have a local pub next to you. Like just
Oh,
find
with
an
the
old man's
village
What
pub.
is it? Where is your local
Where
pub?
do you use Kilbride as well?
Yeah, but so I'm moving
The
to like
Monty.
Westmeans, just beside the East Kilbride train station. So it will
Oh,
be
Is that the
yeah.
village? Like the village,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I said? It's nice in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, I don't know if I'd go and hang about there myself. I'd definitely bump into people I know.
Where do you go to town or West End or
Wonder
Ginty's? You
Bar.
need to go to Ginty's.
Oh.
Ginty's is the best pub in the town.
Is it?
Ginty McGinty's in Ashland, the best.
I don't think I've ever
Never had a
been.
bad time.
I
ever.
never
I
really go
spewed
to
in
West
there
End.
years ago and I've never been back. since.
spewed?
I'm like, I literally like spewed whited everywhere all over the floor and had to get carted out. And I'm like, never again, never again.
We never really go to the West End. It just seems so hard to get back to Skibbride from there.
It's
You get a
kind of
subway for, you know, you can get a subway
What
for.
time does that finish at? Like 12?
You're loaded, get a taxi to town. And get a train home,
Uber.
honestly. Get an Uber to East Kilbride.
It's trying
That's
to
like
get
if East
Edinburgh.
Kilbride to it's fucking so far away.
Oh, it does.
No.
I could drive to Dundee at the same time, I think.
No way.
East
I think
Kilbride.
Dundee from my house is like 40 minutes and
Well,
East
East
Kilbride's
Kilbride's
30
like-
minutes.
No, it
No.
isn't.
No, it is.
Dundee's
No.
like an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Dundee's an hour, is it?
Dundee.
Is it? Perth, you
I
get to
was
Perth at
supposed
the
to
same
go.
time.
Is it Moncrief? Is that Dundee?
Moneyfeith.
By that place.
Moncrief.
I've got a house. I've got a house to sell up there, and I put in the sat nav, and I was like, I went back to guys. So no way, that's far too far. Like it was too far away.
That's the other side of Dundee for Glasgow, so you need to go drive all the way through Dundee to get there.
I used to work with a guy who owns, as the manager in Slater Hogg and Housing up in Dundee. And literally, there's nobody that loves Dundee more than this guy, Paul
Right.
Cargill, honestly. And he's like, it's the best place in the world. And even he's like, there's what else could you want? What it's like you guys talking
Dundee's
about East
amazing.
Kilbride.
Dundee's amazing. Love Dundee.
Do you actually live? Is that
Love
where you're
Dundee.
from?
I'd move
You've
back.
got an accent.
I've
wouldn't
been
you?
Dundee, yeah.
You've got an
Actually,
accent.
you've got a house.
Dundee.
Aye,
Yeah.
it's
I've
Dundee.
been Dundee. I love Dundee's so cool. People are amazing in Dundee.
Is it like a cool place?
What
So,
is it?
like,
Least pretentious place in the world, Dundee.
It's
is
the
it good for a night out?
Mate, it used to be
it's a good-
amazing.
I was
for
at-
it.
I was
See,
at
when I was
Bingo.
young, I played with Celtic. I would rather drive back to Dundee and go than go to Glasgow.
Ah, that's because you'd probably wake up and your family would make you a fry up or something.
More to do the fact that I knew hundreds of wee birds up there. That was probably the reason why I
I'm
got
back.
Celtic then.
and with the Celtic track on it. But no, I love Dundee. Maybe eventually move back there.
Oh, really?
Would
Maybe,
you?
yeah.
Do
I'd
you
love to
think
move
the cast
abroad.
like that,
My
though?
I've got a big dream of moving abroad to 40,
Well, that's-
45.
I think that's where your next Grosso is going to be.
Do
Then,
you think?
in Dundee.
We went to, I went to, Puglia in the south of Italy and fucking
Oh,
love it.
really?
So that's the dream.
Yeah.
If I could get to 45 and move there,
Italy?
I'd be Italy,
Right, okay.
Remember we were talking about Lake
I had you
Como?
down as a Magaluf guy, but
No.
Magaluf. Do you go to Magaluf?
been twice.
How good is it?
Enders.
Magaluf's amazing.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Although I went the first time and I was like 21 and it was a hen do I was on and that was brilliant. I had the best time ever. We were actually with the Alloa football team at that point. Like they were in
Any
the hotel.
stories?
No, really. I
Lies.
seen
No
what's this
stories.
guy?
No,
What's
shit,
there?
no, shit,
No,
shit,
no.
shit.
Hold on. What's
Off
the guy?
podcast.
What's the guy that was the manager? Black hair.
That's narrowed it down.
No.
Black hair.
He
Paul
played for
Hartley.
Aye, him. He was literally out in the balcony with a pair of Y fronts, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
He's
like
not bad
that's the
looking guy.
literally only thing I could tell you the story.
On your balcony?
No, in my balcony. It was,
Alright.
it was like
Balcony.
the corridor of the hotel.
All right,
He was
okay.
just walking about with these Y fronts on. And I'm like,
So you never kissed one Allo playing that?
no.
Was there not a story we used on a flight with the EKFC where you're like something happened with the
One of the boys.
What happened?
What's
I
that?
don't know,
Shares?
I genuinely don't think you can discuss that. I think it's.
Oh,
I think
take
someone's
it
coming.
out,
At,
take
no,
it out.
don't take it out.
Camera.
But, I think it's going. I think it is going to court.
Oh,
But he doesn't-
no.
but he doesn't play for us anymore, so it's got nothing to do with me.
It's got a court.
His mum's friend was on the flight and like said, "Oh, all these EKFC players were on," and they were all, and like she told us the story. I was like,
You got huckled after the flight, didn't you?
They're lovely boys.
Do you know what? Your boys are amazing. The players are brilliant as well. I love the boys. They're such a good bunch. So they're a bit right, but we like that. And we like when you sign a football player, it's not just for football. You need to connect them as a person
Yeah.
as well. So like Michael says, to surround yourself with good people. So we try to sign good boys. But I think the boys are great. They're such a good
There'd be
laugh.
nothing worse than having like pure wee pretentious twats that.
Do you know, I think it's changed as well. Like, I talk about this a lot. Like, see when because what age are the boys? Like, in their 20s?
We've got quite a young squad this year, so probably most boys are in their 20s.
Like, so like it's completely different. See how like you were saying like you were out 3 times a week and whatever else. Like when we were in our 20s, like I was out all the time as well.
Me too.
But the mentality of people, younger people these days, is like the gym and hardly drinking and stuff like that. And you're like,
Try and
even-
tell our boys that, because our boys are out fucking
Oh,
all
are
the
they?
time.
Right,
Oh,
okay,
I
well,
wish
they'll
they were
take
like
Nico
that.
Bride.
But then that's what you get when you sign these certain type of
Yeah.
characters, isn't it?
Aye.
But again, I think like again, our wee waitresses are brilliant. The personalities are amazing. But I just think in like football players, for example, like we go into SPL dressing rooms now. You walk into the reserve dressing room and they just sit in silence and look at you. Whereas if they came into our reserve team, you'd been getting dragged in and your clothes had been getting taken off you and it'd been wild. But again, I didn't blame the kids. I blame the coaches.
Yeah.
Do
So
you?
again, I talk about Tommy Burns as being the best coach I've ever had. And I couldn't tell you one fucking training drill that he done. I couldn't remember one training drill. How he made you feel as a person and the values that he instilled in you as a
Aye.
person is why he was your favourite coach. And I think coaches nowadays forget that. Big part of being a coach is connecting with somebody on a level, on a
Even from
personable
young,
level. It's not
though.
just about going and putting a good training session on that you've seen on the internet
Yeah.
and thinking you're a good coach. It's about getting the best out of kids.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is one, caring about them,
Yeah.
asking them how they are, and being that sort of person that you feel that they can come and speak to you about anything. Because if you do that, then they'll do anything. They'll do
Yeah,
anything you ask
you're
them on a
right.
football pitch. But I think coaches have went away from that, building that sort of personal relationship with
Yeah.
players.
I think it's really hard because I think a lot of time, especially when they're really young, like it's dads, isn't it? And it's dads kind of living their dream sometimes, or like providing an opportunity for their kids, and that's not
Parents
always-
have ruined fit. But again, I bring that back to coaches.
Yeah.
I coached, and by the way, I'm saying personal relationship. East Kilbride boys will probably say you never speak to us, but it's different when you're dealing with adults. But with
Yeah.
kids, 100%. But again, I see parents say like I used to say to parents, do not shout at your kid for the side of the pitch. Do not coach. Do not come and ask me about them. It's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with you. I'm here to coach him. See
Yeah.
if I want to say something, I'll say it to him.
Yeah.
But coaches now allow parents to shout for the side and tell their boys what to do. What does parents know about football?
I know,
I always
Oh,
say
I
this.
have not
Drink
a
a
clue.
joiners, a guy at 16 who's a joiner.
Aye, but a
Drink
lot
his
of the time-
dad who's a doctor comes and goes like that. By the way, you're building that house wrong.
Aye, but a lot
Doesn't
of
it
the time
hurt?
the
Why is it
coaches
with
don't
football?
know either. No, they're just dads.
Coaches that are that right, okay, but these guys again at their time, I'm talking about youth
100%.
academies.
Yeah, youth
so youth
academies
academies.
for sure.
I see dads telling kids, the dad was never near as good as what the kid is at 14.
Aye.
So how do you feel you're in a position to tell him what to do?
Yeah.
You've never played football in your life.
That's it. Like, so obviously with Freya, and Lee played football before, who's Freya's dad. And she'll say, like, there's always somebody giving advice. Like, my other half played football, Lee played football, like, Freya's playing football. And I'm like, that, Freya, just listen to your coach. I was like,
Yeah.
that's like,
100%.
at the end of the day, he knows how you play. He knows what he wants for you. He knows everything else. Everybody else is just noise. And at the end of the day, if you do everything else, you're
That's
fine.
what I said to parents. You could be telling him to do something that I don't want him to do. And
Yeah.
see, before you'll not be playing. And it'll be because of you.
Yeah.
Aye, because you're not.
Because you're telling, it was a prime example. I hate kids just kicking the ball away. I hate it. I'd rather you try to do something and give the ball away. It's kids. See if we get beat, we'll get fucking beat. It's about them
Yeah.
developing as players and people. And somebody kicked the ball and a dad shouted, "Brilliant, son!" And I was like, parents, don't do that anymore because it's no
Yeah.
brilliant. That's not what I want him to do. It's
Yeah.
the easy way out. He's kicking the ball anywhere. He's taking the easy way out. I don't want him to do that. So stop shouting brilliant. Because he thinks that is brilliant and it's not brilliant. It's not what I want him to do. So massive. And I hate myself for doing it. I done it with my oldest son. I hate myself now. I genuinely think he probably could have been picked up if it wasn't for me. It fucking kills me every night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That I was doing this, do that. Should have just let him listen to his coach. 100%. If you don't think he's working hard enough, if you don't think he's prepared well enough, then you can say something.
Yeah.
And if he asks you, then 100% give your opinion. But don't be telling him what to do and what
Yeah.
never played football in your life.
See, that's the thing. We've got the Chican football club that we've got, and
Yeah.
I think like Marty takes both Ali and Jess's team, but with we're really lucky. We've got a really good group of parents in it. But see, when you've got like parents that are consistently shouting at the side or really mouthy and things, it's hard. Like it's hard for us to watch as parents, but also like for the coaches, like sometimes like, it's all voluntary that they do. So sometimes he'll come home at night and he'll be like you can just see them drained with it because it's the parents that are causing the stress,
Course.
not the kids. And like it's actually, if there wasn't for the parents, sometimes the kids would actually make it a lot further. But it's just the coaches can't be bothered with the annoying parents.
Parents, 100%. I read something like that. It was somebody that's like a top coach for kids, and he was saying the most important time in a kid's career is the drive to training and games and the drive back for training and games.
Yeah.
And how you are
Do you
with
know-
that kid is so important.
That's my favourite time with Freya and Ashton, because we'll just sit and go on the way there and I'm like watching their behaviours. Because like I watch them how they are. Like Freya's so cool and collected, and just like I was like, you nervous, blah blah blah, and we have really good conversations at that point. And then in the way back, like obviously if they've lost or they've won or anything like that, like it's their celebration, it's their excitement, and I'm like, I fucking love that.
That is brilliant,
Aye.
isn't it? See, seeing their faces
I could
after
ball
that.
that up and
I
just
know.
keep it for it, and that's why I love football. No, because I actually know anything about it, but I love what it gives her and him, Ashton as well. And I'm like,
Only
you
football
can't
can
beat
do that. I genuinely believe it. Like only football can
Well,
give somebody that feeling.
I'm only 3 years into it, and I'm like, anybody that says like, oh, blah blah blah, they're playing football, I'm just like, best thing ever, best
The
thing
best.
they'll
So
ever
even
do.
for their social, how they are socially, it's so
Team
good for them,
aspect
isn't
of
it? No.
For sure. Yeah, the team aspect is so important.
Yeah.
But you
Being
said
a
this
member of
as
a team.
well, like even
Yeah.
playing when you were younger.
Yeah, I definitely am. Definitely more friends now with like people that I grew up playing football with than I am with people from school. And one of my friends actually, like, we spoke about, one of them like had messaged me and listened to it. It was talking about the paper run, because I used to get my friend to stay every night and every weekend,
Help you
like
in the
after
paper.
football, and she'd come and do my paper runs for me.
Right. Do it for you?
Well,
No, will you?
sometimes for me, sometimes with me.
Paper on.
So-
So you getting jobs like that when you're young, it's so
Aye.
good, isn't it?
But
Uh-huh.
how, the kids don't have the same opportunities as that now.
Nah.
Though. But yeah, we've spoke about that before. I literally had a paper round from 11 and I've worked ever since. Like, it's not an option to not.
A work ethic.
Yeah, so thanks so much for being on. If you want to give your socials a wee plug so everyone knows where to find you.
No problem. So 424 for the restaurant, Duke Street. Get that in again. Come down, please. And then it's Grosso_Glasgow on Instagram if you could follow,
Amazing.
and TikTok as well.
Great.
That'd be great. Thanks so much.
Brilliant. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, then can you like and subscribe on YouTube?
And please don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Spotify.
I said I ain't right. Got a bad streak a mile